Hi, my name is Jason Wiegand and welcome to Contented Wealth. It's a show where I want to just talk about God's money and how He wants to help us, Christians, be able to live in ways other people don't live. And that's with generosity and contentment. Did you know that 4 to 5 Americans currently live paycheck to paycheck? Even 3 in 10 don't even have a means of being able to pay for an emergency if one was to arise. And in fact, 1 in 3 people will experience an emergency within the next year that's going to suck out life in their bank account. It's one of the reasons why a lot of the average American might have $8,000 on average in credit card debt, owe $30,000 towards a car, be buried under a mortgage payment, or can't afford to make the rent. So what I want to do with this channel is help you know how can you put principles in place in order to know your flock, if you will, know the stock, how your livestock. You know, the Bible usually references livestock, and that tends to be the idea of economy. How your wealth, how do you know what your wealth is, how to manage that wealth, and how to see it grow so you can give in ways you never thought possible. That's what I want to welcome you here to this channel today. So if you like what you see, please hit the like button. Subscribe to this channel. You'll see more from me, anything from how to save money on groceries, if you need resources on how to help either the guy on the street find a place to live, or even yourself, if you're needing to find a place. What are the resources that are out there available to you to get you off on your feet and living a life that you've never dreamed of? This channel is primarily for people that make under $50,000, so I'm not going to be hitting high-level wealth strategies out there. Plenty of YouTube channels doing that. But what I don't see is a YouTube channel showing you how to live your life in a way that pleases God, honors Him, and helps people who make under $50,000 just know the basics of living with money. I was surprised at how many employees, as well as students that I've met, had never even learned how to balance a checkbook. And so I want to teach you what you can do with your money to see it grow. The 6 things I want to talk about right now I stole from Robert Kiyosaki, who wrote a book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad. He talked about 6 financial rules or 6 financial terms that everyone should know. And these financial terms will come up all the time in my communication with you. Those financial words are this: cash flow. All right, that's 2 words. Cash flow. Assets. Liabilities. I'm not going to spell. Liabilities. And then the other 2 is income and expenses. A lot of people, whenever they are managing their money, will spend most of their time on income and expenses. That's what a budget primarily is drawn off of. But the really smart and wealthy people aren't thinking in terms of income and expenses. They're thinking in terms of assets and liabilities. That's what accountants would call a balance sheet. And that's something that you need to know. What are your assets and liabilities? It measures your net worth. Assets minus liabilities. Sounds like a big word, but it really isn't. Assets, as simple as what puts money in your pocket. Liabilities, what takes the money out. You might have heard that home ownership is an asset, but it's not. It takes money out of your pocket. I was surprised when I bought my first home how much money I spent just wanting to make the yard look nice. I don't know why, I just kind of drew it out of me to want to make my yard look nice. I owned my own house. I never cared about that before when I was renting. And now that I owned, I really wanted to make my yard look good. I spent a lot of money on it. It sucked a lot of money out of my bank account. Not to say it wasn't a good hobby to have or anything, and some people enjoy having their yard look nice. I thought it was a way of kind of showing to the neighborhood, that I'm an upstanding person, that I have, that, when they look at me, they think, I have it all together, so I can, in a sense, turn around and minister to people. Made sure that all my neighbors knew I was a believer. The moment I moved in, and made sure to hand out cookies, invite them to Easter services, things like that. But all that to say, when it comes to owning your own home, it's a liability. It sucks money out of your pocket. there's nothing about that house that's making you money. It might add a little bit to your net worth because of the equity you're building up in it. Equity is how much money that if you were to turn around and sell the house, how much money you can take out of it. But really, when you buy it, nothing. But income and expenses is where most people live. We're going to talk a little bit about what can you do to grow your income, what can you do to eliminate some expenses. Common, simple things to do. We're also going to talk about how can you improve your assets, how can you reduce your liabilities, how can you use liabilities to make assets. And on top of all that, how to improve what's called cash flow. And cash flow is what's left over after your expenses are subtracted from your income. How do you see that grow? So again, if you want to be a part of this channel, just please hit the like button and subscribe. I look forward to talking more.